Just come up and state your name and address, please, sir.
Blaine Sutton, 130 Dearman. Thought my neighbor was going to be here. She's next door to the property, but I helped her with this property. The property was overgrown, and the rear door has been open for the last 6 months. I just wanted to make sure that that the house was walked around to make sure that the door was open, closed. I haven't been by it lately, so I just want to make sure it's more than just the tree. I mean, the grass that's being looked at, that it has been walked around.
I didn't see the back door on the.
Anyone else, for or against? Can I get a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Second, pleasure of the board.
Motion to adjudicate.
Got a motion to adjudicate?
So moved.
Got a second?
Discussion.
Discussion?
Just in the motion, just to make it clear, the grass is cut, but we need to make sure that the building is secured.
It's in the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next, I want to open the public hearing on O. Scott Station Cove Lot 22. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second, can you read the notice, please, Emma?
We've got copies there.
Notice of hearing was posted on subject property Scott Station Cove, Lot 22, Long Beach, Mississippi, on July 27, 2026, by Zoning Enforcement Officer Dale Stogner, and sent via certified mail to James and Anthony Holston at 19765 West Wortham Road, Saucier, Mississippi, 39574. Notice was returned to sender on August 11, 2026.
Is there anyone in the audience that's for or against the Scott Station Cove? Anyone for, anyone against? Can I get a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Pleasure of the board.
Motion to adjudicate.
Second.
A motion
Discussion
is
again.
second to adjudicate with discussion.
Mike, have you looked at these pictures?
Dale said it looked like somebody was out there cutting it.
That's what I was looking at, but it's super zoomed in. That's why I just want to make sure that what we're looking at there.
They were working on it, like they'd only done the front half at this point.
I think as long as we adjudicate, that gives us the
Okay.
opportunity to go back in without going through the process.
I just wanted to make sure we were being specific.
All right, we got a motion, had some discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one is, can I get a motion to open the public hearing concerning 219 Clower Avenue?
Motion.
Second.
Second, Emma.
Notice of hearing was posted on subject property 219 Clower Avenue, Long Beach, Mississippi, on July 31st, 2026, by Zoning Enforcement Officer Dale Stogner, and sent via certified mail to Ruth Williams, 219 Clower Avenue, Long Beach, Mississippi, 39560. Notice had not been delivered as of August 14th.
Is there anyone here to talk for or against 219 Clower Avenue? Anybody for or against? Nobody showing. Can I get a motion to close? the public
Second.
hearing? Got a second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Pleasure of the board.
Mr. Mayor, I think, looking at the pictures, I believe that this is in compliance. It looks like the grass has been cut.
Okay. So it looks like the issue has been taken care of. Do we,
Unless somebody else sees something that I'm not looking at.
My only thing is with these properties, I think we need to, and that one's fine, but the intention is not to have someone come cut them and take care of them every time we have to go through this process. It's
That's why.
Totally agree, but can we legally do that?
No.
No, I'm just,
If they're in compliance.
Understand,
we-
and it's an exercise that we end up doing every 90 days, and the neighbors around it get, for a lack of better words, pissed. I mean, because what's the city doing? Other than we're sending a letter, we're spending money, taxpayer money, to tell you to cut your grass, clean up your house. I mean, it's very frustrating, not only for the neighbors, but for us to continually get the calls as a board member saying, you know, sign this form and we'll take care of it. And all they do is run out there and cut the grass. So I'm just voicing a little concern.
that's fine. It looks like we don't need a motion on that one. That one's kind of taking care of itself.
I think we still need a vote on it being in compliance.
All right, so let's take a motion to Donald saying it's in compliance.
Yes, sir.
Second.
Second, any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one, can open the public hearing concerning 911 Beatress Drive.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right, Emma?
Notice of hearing was posted on subject property, 911 Beatrice Drive, Long Beach, Mississippi, on July 30th, 2026, by zoning enforcement officer Dale Stogner, and sent via certified mail to Gerald O. Fennell, 506 West Old Pass Road, Long Beach, Mississippi, 39560. Notice was delivered on July 30th, 2026.
All right, is there anyone here in favor to talk for or against 911 Beatrice Drive? Anybody for or against? Nobody coming up. Can I get a motion to close the public
Motion.
hearing?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Motion to adjudicate.
Second.
Got a
Second.
motion to adjudicate. Got a second? Who was that, Pete?
Yes.
Okay. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next one, we're going to open up the public hearing for 601 and 603 East Fifth Street. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? Emma, could you?
Notice of hearing was posted on subject property 601 and 603 East Fifth Street, Long Beach, Mississippi, on July 31st, 2026, by zoning enforcement officer Dale Stogner, and sent via certified mail to the Welch Family LTD Partnership Number 9 at 910 M Street, Northwest Suite 1130, Washington, D.C. 20001. Notice was delivered on August 14th, and a call was made to the building office on August 17th, 2026.
Thank you. Emma, anybody here to talk for or against 601, 603 East Fifth Street? Anybody for, anybody against? Can I get a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion.
Motion, second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right, what's the motion? The
Motion
pleasure
to
of the board?
adjudicate, did speak to the property owner. They have somebody lined up to cut it. It just, as of this meeting, it's not cut, so it is not in compliance, so that's why I make the motion that we go ahead and adjudicate.
We got a motion to adjudicate, we got a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one, we've got amendments to the municipal docket. There's two things that I'd like to move up and bring into executive session. Trying to see what the number of that one is. What's that number, Emma, that,
Number 2, under new business.
huh?
Number 2,
two,
under
new
new business, resolution.
Okay. So, I want to go into executive session to discuss number 2 on the new business. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. Now, can I get a motion to go into executive session?
Motion, we go into executive session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. All right.
Do,
I'm out of executive session with no action taken.
Second.
Second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Can we have a motion to adopt the resolution?
So move.
Got a motion to adopt the resolution?
Second.
Got a second, any discussion?
Just to be more definitive, the resolution adopting services and facilities plan for the annexation.
Yep. Roll call.
Aye.
2, aye.
3's aye.
At large is aye.
4's aye.
5's aye.
6 is aye.
All right, everybody voted aye, motion carries. All right. Now, can I have a motion to approve the municipal docket?
Motion.
Motion?
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Now we've got public comments. Looks like two of them's 18 and one of them's on 9. Which one they're hitting? What is the, right, that's the cameras and
18 is streaming.
okay. All right, then we'll take these up when we get to those items. So we got Sammy, Joseph, and Ray. 2 of them are on item 18, and the other one is on item 9. We'll take those up and let y'all speak when we get to those items. Right. Announcements, announcements, presentations, and proclamations. Recognition. Emma?
The Mayor and Board of Aldermen wish to recognize and congratulate Alexander Mink on being named the College Sports Communicated Athletic All-American Team, Men's College Division, while attending Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College in Perkinston. Alex is one of the 3rd Gulf Coast players to earn the All-American honors twice at MGCCC Perkinston, exemplifying excellence in both athletics and academic findings with a perfect 4.0 GPA in athletic training. Alexander was a 2-time All-American, leading the Bulldogs soccer team with 16 goals, 4th most at MGCCC. His dedication, leadership, perseverance, and commitment to the highest standards of academic and athletic success have brought honor to MGCCC, his family, and the city of Long Beach, and he serves as an inspiration. We sincerely thank you for your exceptional accomplishments and wish you good luck with your college playing career at NCAA Division I, University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley.
Mr. Mayor, his younger brother, Christian Mink, is here. He's off at college already, but his proud younger brother is here to accept it for him, so.
We are very proud. When we have somebody from Long Beach that makes this kind of recognition. If we had one, I'd be proud, but tonight we got 2. Wow. That's good, that's very good. Go ahead for the next one.
The Mayor and Board of Aldermen wish to recognize and congratulate Nick Delaney on being named to the College Sports Communicators Athletic All-American Team, Men's College Division, while attending Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, Perkinston, and exemplifies excellence in both athletics and academic findings for a perfect 4.0 GPA while studying pre-med. A co-captain on the tennis team, Nick helped lead the Bulldogs to the NJCCA Region 23 Championship and a 3rd-place finish in the NJCAA Championship, the school's best ever. Nick went 2-4 in singles, including an 8-1 mark in the MACCC regular season play. At the NJCAA Division II Men's Tennis Championship, he advanced to the number 5 singles semifinalist. Nick's dedication, leadership, perseverance, and commitment to the highest standard of academic and athletic success has brought honor to MGCCC, his family, and the city of Long Beach, and he serves as an inspiration. We sincerely thank you for your exceptional accomplishments and wish you good luck pursuing a career in medicine at the University of Mississippi.
Come on. 'Come on up, Nick. All right, now, we're going to make sure you feel proud when we have somebody from Long Beach that makes this kind of recognition. If we had one, I'd be proud, but tonight we got 2. That's good. That's very good. Go ahead for the next one. The Mayor and Board of Aldermen wish to recognize and congratulate Nick Delaney on being named to the College Sports Communicators Athletic All-American Team, Men's College Division, while attending Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, Perkinston, and exemplifies excellence in both athletics and academic findings for a perfect 4.0 GPA in athletic training. Alexander was a 2-time All-American, leading the Bulldogs soccer team with 16 goals, 4th most at MGCCC. His family, and the city of Long Beach, and he serves as an inspiration. We sincerely thank you for your exceptional accomplishments and wish you good luck pursuing a career in medicine at the University of Mississ Nothing better than a
But
very smart.
mom and dad are
Dad
here.
back there.
Yeah, mom and dad need to get a little bit of it in there.
Oh, Mom and Dad.
So, you know, not only do we have a great Long Beach student, but he's also a great Ole Miss student, so, very good. So those are Ole Miss fans. Very proud of you. Good job. Good job, Sandy.
Yeah, look at that.
That's every day.
Okay, next item, approve the minutes, Mayor and Board of Aldermen of August 4th, regular meeting. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Motion. Second.
Second, any discussion? All in
Mr. Mayor,
favor?
Mayor,
I'm sorry.
discussion. I'd like to look at the page 422 of the Board of Aldermen minutes, and I'd like to get some clarification or get some, maybe some itemization of what was stated. I formed a Ward 3 streetlight review task force, and in the minutes, it just says that there was a mention of or discussion of it, and no action was taken. I just wanted to make sure the minutes reflect what I said, the reason, the mission statement, the individuals that were assigned that I have volunteered to be a part of this task force. I even had one of the members of the task force come forth and describe his background and so forth. I think it's important that the minutes, we speak through our minutes, and I think it's important and incumbent upon us to have correct, accurate minutes, and I would like the minutes to please delineate exactly what was said, what was brought up, and for the record.
All right. Any other discussion?
Is that in the form of a motion?
That's in the form of a motion.
So we got a motion on the floor to change the minutes of October.
To correct the
August 4th.
minutes.
Correct the minutes of August 4th. We got a motion. Do I have a second?
Second with discussion.
Second with discussion.
Not to make it a big deal, but the fact that we took no action is where I'm going, how do we form, I mean, I understand what you're saying, I'm just looking at it legally. We didn't vote, but we're going to put that in the minutes? Does that, what I'm
It
asking
makes
is that?
total sense to me. If I have a committee or a task force, I think it's important that the public understand that there is one that was formed, why it was formed, what its mission is, who's on it, and what are they tasked to do. And I think that's the reason why I wanted it entered into the minutes, that the public, because of transparency, the public can see
Sure,
that.
sure.
And that's the only reason why.
No, I see where you're coming from, but the fact that we didn't vote is why I'm questioning.
There was not a vote. This was,
Jafria, and refresh my recollection, because I'm strictly going off my memory. The discussion and regarding the lights, and the gentleman you had come up and give information regarding the lights was in furtherance of a request by you to create a task force for your particular ward exclusively.
exactly.
And as I understand, the remaining members of the board had no objection to that, but required no action by them, but authorizes you in your ward to create a committee to give whatever advice they see fit.
And I'm just using the minutes, exactly, and I'm just using the minutes as a vehicle to communicate to the public of what was,
So the minutes, I think, could properly reflect and be corrected to show that Alderman Jafria advised the other members of the board that he desired to establish an advisory committee for that purpose within his ward, to which no other member had an objection. Is that fair?
it's exactly right. I'm within my purview to do that without board approval.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you.
All right. You got that, Emma?
Yes, sir.
I just didn't understand.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carried. Next one is August 6th and the 10th, special meeting. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one is August 10th, work session. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next one is the approval of the Planning Commission meeting minutes of August 13th.
Motion,
Got a motion?
Second.
Second?
discussion.
Any discussion?
I would like to pull out the number 2 Harbor Watch tree approval and discuss it separate from the remainder of the planning minutes.
All right, we got number 2 coming out. Is there any other?
Yes, sir. I'd like to pull the short-term rental, number 3 on new business.
3? Any others? All right, what we'll do is we'll take,
Separate?
yeah, I'm going to go ahead
You're gonna have
and
to.
approve the minutes minus those 2.
Oh, well, 3, hold on. Whole thing,
So we got 2 and 3 now.
West Beach Boulevard.
That's the one I pulled.
That's the Harbor Watch, yeah.
All right, can I get a motion to approve the Planning Commission meetings excluding item number 2 and 3?
Motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
Second, any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. It's going to be the pleasure of the board if you want discussion on number 2.
Yeah, do we
Go ahead.
need
Make a motion.
a motion to discuss?
Second with
A
discussion.
motion, the second, discuss item number 2.
So this Harbor Watch, it was approved for them to take out 15, or I don't know, it's kind of, if the drawings and then the numbers seem to kind of contradict themselves. So between 13 and 15 protected trees. Basically, it was a green light to clear cut the entire property. That is on Highway 90 and White Harbor Road. I just think that is counter to what we have been doing. So I am going to, barring any further discussion, make a motion to deny the tree removal, the plat with the tree removal.
All right, so is there any other discussion before we take his motion? All right, we got a motion on the table to deny number 2.
Suffolk. No.
We did.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
We got a motion on the table to deny number
Yes,
2.
discussion.
Do we have a second?
Yep.
Need a second.
You have a second.
Second, discussion.
Mr. Mayor, I want to also kind of dovetail off of what Alderman Bennett said here. I was reading the minutes for this particular issue, and the way the minutes read, again, we speak through our minutes. And I was not there at the Planning Commission meeting. The Planning Commission meetings are not live streamed, so no one has, unless you were there, you don't know what transpired. So I have to read the minutes. In the minutes, I read in here, and it says basically that after considerable discussion and upon recommendation made by the City of Long Beach Tree Board. Well, I read the tree board's report, and they are denying to have these trees cut, but, you know, and it comes across that it's contrary to what they're saying in the minutes. It doesn't make any sense to me. So just to let everyone know, I have a later agenda item on here where I'm going to propose to have the Planning Commission meetings live streamed, so there'll be no confusion with this. But the minutes, the way they read, don't make sense to me. It doesn't sound like it's exactly what transpired, but I don't know. I wasn't there. But to go along with what you're saying, I'm in total agreement with you, Patrick, on this motion. But I just wanted to put that caveat in there that the minutes need to reflect exactly what business was transpired. Okay?
Okay.
And I'll add that nothing against the development. We're grateful that somebody is coming to develop and build homes, but they need to do it around the protected trees.
All right, so we got a motion to deny number 2. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. One we already approved?
113 Suffolk. Oh, yeah, well, never mind.
Yep, we already voted.
All right,
Go ahead.
we got discussion on number 3. We can come back on that and look at it.
You can come back.
We're on item number 3.
Motion.
Second.
Motion to
Your
discuss
discussion.
item number 3. We got a motion and a
That's the
second.
412? 412?
That's the short-term rental.
The 412, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Discussion?
Discussion.
Mr. Mayor, again, I read the minutes, and I'm reading the minutes that it states in here that the commissioners voted, and with Commissioner Bass, whom is, the Commissioner Bass is in the audience tonight, he's my appointment from Ward 3. It states that he abstained. I assume that is a recusal, or I don't know, I wasn't there. But it's my understanding that that is not correct, and if you'll come up, if we can ask him to come up and maybe tell us what happened and what your position was on this and vote?
There was a bit of discussion on whether, my name is Ray Boss, Planning Commission, Ward 3. There was some discussion on whether or not I should abstain because I had a personal interest in it. That was not the case. I had 3 people that were in the neighborhood that told me they didn't want this to be a short-term rental. The big thing they were talking about was there's something in the rental application about having pets, that the yard's not fenced. Not only that, afterwards I found out this house has been listed on Airbnb prior to approval of a short-term rental, and I don't know if they've rented it out or not, but it didn't sit right with me. And there was a little bit of contention on whether or not I should say anything. And in the discussion, I guess they misunderstood saying I was abstaining. I was voting no to that. So, and it was a 6-1 vote. I don't even know that it'll even affect it, but I just want to be on record of what I voted.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor, I think, and that's important, because a lot of times we have dissenting votes, and there's a reason for it, and quite frankly, I'm more interested in those people than I am the majority sometimes. So thank you for stepping forward, stepping up here. I would like to move that we send this back to the Planning Commission and let them revisit this, and then bring it back to us when not only the minutes are correct, or have been corrected to exactly what transpired, but that they have another opportunity to revisit this and bring it back to the board. So I'm going to move that we table this or send it back to the Planning Commission.
Well, let me just put this, is they haven't approved their minutes yet. So to send it back, these minutes aren't even approved yet. So.
Who approves these minutes, us or them?
Them.
Okay, well, then let's send it back to get the minutes approved.
Well, at their next meeting, they will
Okay,
be
yeah,
approving it.
that's
So whether we send it back or not, the correction can be made at their next meeting when they're pulling up their previous minutes. So that, just for clarification,
Yeah.
they still have the option of fixing these minutes.
I think it's important that it's caught here, because if we approve it, then it becomes record. So it does need to be sent back to them to correct.
I think they would just need to have an accurate correction in their minutes, which would change the vote.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
All right, so the pleasure of the board.
I'll make the motion to
We're gonna
approve.
Table number,
Oh,
what are we going to do with number 3 at this time? It's got to go back to the Planning Commission for a one change.
Well, I think their minutes
Is it
need
a
to change.
correction
I
of the
don't know that
minutes?
we
Because it's
should
not going
hold-
to change the results.
I don't know.
Correct.
Exactly. So mine is the motion to approve the short-term rental.
And I'll second that motion.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. All right, approved docket of claims number 081826. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Going into unfinished business, special event application, request to use city stage and generator, use the city barricades, and permission to sell alcohol at Town Green. Truck in the South, Ann Smith. Is Ann here?
Mr. Mayor, we tabled it last time because Ms. Smith was not here.
Right.
I would recommend we table it one more time.
Second.
Ann Smith is not here.
Anyone else on behalf of the event here? Is anyone else on behalf of the event here?
Nobody put on it, nobody signed. All right, so with that being said, we're going to table number 1. It just moved to the next meeting. Now we're going to go to new business.
Mayor, I just have a question, if you let me interrupt for just a minute. Has anybody notified her that we expect her to be here by
Yes,
chance?
I did. I actually talked
Okay,
to her
that's
on
all,
that Wednesday.
then she should have been here.
Because I actually saw advertisement on Facebook last week of the event.
Yeah, maybe she had an emergency or something.
Can we get a motion to table that?
Motion.
We did.
Yeah,
Who was the second?
I was.
unanimously carried. All right, we're moving on to new business, moving $500,000 awarded by the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources from Long Beach Northwestern Bulkhead Project to the Gateway Phase 3 Pavilion Project. Can I get a motion? Second?
Second.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one is, we did the resolution, so that one's already done. Next one is special event application for the Long Beach Jubilee.
Motion.
Got a motion, got a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Special event application and fee waive. Motion second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one is special event application for fee waiver for yoga in the park.
Motion.
Got a motion?
I can't make that, I can't second it because I can't touch my toes, so.
I think that's a second. All right,
Okay.
any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. The next one is use of harbor and operations of food and beverage concessions for cruising the coast, Rotary Club of Biloxi. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second, is anybody here from the Rotary Club?
I think there is someone there.
Nobody's here?
Not from Biloxi.
Oh, from Biloxi,
All
okay.
right.
Okay.
And what I'd like to, we kind of had this discussion when Woody Bailey was here. Next year, I want to move towards the Long Beach Rotary Club having a bigger part in this and running that. Even if it's in with Biloxi, I want them to be able to do it. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Just discussion real quick. With that, can I recommend that we send a letter to Woody stating that? Just to memorialize it?
Yeah. We were going to try to get it done this time.
This
but it was
year,
too
I
late
get,
in the game.
we met with him and all, but if we send it now or right after the event, they have it on their books for a year that it's requested from the city.
Yep.
And then let the organizations work it out, but the city is strongly pushing our local
So
organizations.
will you add that to the motion?
That is-
Also,
From the
before
mayor?
you add that, as an alternative motion, I don't see any harm in also sending a carbon copy to Keith Clayton, the executive secretary of the Rotary Club at Biloxi, so he's aware of it too, that we want to work in conjunction.
Not that we have a problem with them, but we would like to see our local guys,
All right, anything else you want to add?
a laundry list.
All right, we'll draft that letter
That's
and get it out of
that's
here.
my motion.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next one is sponsor the Junior Auxiliary of Gulfport Charity Ball. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second, any discussion? Any discussion? Oh, she's here,
yeah.
great. Please state your name and address, please.
Hi, my name is Allison Curley. I live, my home address? Okay, 2027 Pelican Circle. I'm here to represent.
Beach?
Yes, Long Beach.
Gotcha.
I'm representing Junior Auxiliary of Gulfport along with a few members of our executive board. The Gulfport chapter of JA is a nonprofit that serves children in Pass Christian, Long Beach, and Gulfport. Last year, we served more than 57,000 children through more than 7,700 hours served for children in our community through 12 ongoing service projects. As a teacher here in Long Beach School District, I'm able to see the impact that these projects make on our students on a daily basis. Just a few weeks ago, we finished our Fill the Bus campaign where we collected and distributed school supplies to students in need in our communities. We hosted a back-to-school bash where students were able to come and shop our clothing closets, get free haircuts, and collect backpacks filled with school supplies. And then we held a second Fill the Bus event here in Long Beach at our town green, where we handed out an additional 260 backpacks. One of our most impactful ongoing projects is called Project Now. This project fills requests from school counselors within 24 hours to provide new clothes, shoes, other basic needs, as well as filling emergency vision and dental requests. Just last week, we provided 25 pairs of shorts to students at Reeves Elementary through this project. We also provide hygiene kits to all the schools in our service area, sponsor a backpack blessings program that sends non-perishable food items home with children in need over the weekends. We write pen pal letters back and forth with students at Harper McCon to help nurture their writing skills, and give away tens of thousands of dollars in college scholarships annually through our College Bound project. Last year, Operation Christmas Cheer provided Christmas presents for 33 children at Corals Elementary, and we hosted a Christmas party at the Gulfport Aquarium that included free admission for the children and their families after the event. I don't want to take too much more of your time tonight, but I could go on for much longer talking about all the different projects and the impact that they have on our kids here in Long Beach. And all of these projects are funded solely through our annual charity ball. This event is our main fundraiser, and without the support of our patrons, many of these projects would not be possible. I printed some of these for you guys, the patron packets. That gives a lot more details about the specifics and details of all the different projects, as well as different levels of financial support that patrons can provide. So we hope that if the budget allows, that the City of Long Beach will consider partnering with us and becoming a patron for Junior Auxiliary of Gulfport this year. And I have these, if you guys.
We have those included in our packet. Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Mr. Mayor, we have a motion already in a second. I just want to add some discussion that Allison didn't mention, and I want to remind the board and everybody here that the Junior Auxiliary were the main sponsor. They donated $25,000 to the city for the wheelway, which was the first handicap wheelway on the coast. So they've been a big part of Long Beach for several years now, so.
All right, we got some nice lady here wanting to say.
Hi, my name is Karen Brogdon. I'm president for Junior Auxiliary of Gulfport. My address is 1459 Tally Ho Circle in Gulfport. I just wanted to say, because a few of the ladies here present, or that are here today, were not around when we had that project going. It's one of our legacy projects, and we intend to actually work on revamping or doing something like that in the near future. We still have the supplies for it. I just wanted to let you know, yes, that's one of the many ways we intend to use the money to get involved in the city and to reinvest.
And it's a great project, and we still have most of the quote-unquote infrastructure for it.
Right.
You know, that will go back up once the gateway is finished.
Okay, thank you. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure of the board.
We have a motion on the table.
What's the amount? It didn't include the
Oh.
amount.
Patrick, you have the motion. Did you have an amount on your motion?
Didn't
What are you recommending?
put me on the spot.
It's either you or me.
Any input?
I can't, I've lost it on mine. What's your package?
What's the difference? You got their handout?
I don't have it on me. Allison, what's the difference, packages, the levels? What is that?
I'll make the motion,
Say, go ahead.
1,000,
No, 25.
2,500.
The Genie Circle is 2,500.
And I'll say, just to say, I work at the school, I don't know that we've ever called, said, hey, this kid needs something that they didn't do. I mean, it's pretty much every time, so.
Yeah.
Is that your motion, 2,500?
2,500.
I'll second.
Motion is second. I will say that, and this is a very, from City of Long Beach, this is a very big donation because we are very, very tight with funds, but you've got such a good program and it does so many good things. That,
We've seen what they've done in Long Beach over the years.
we appreciate what y'all do. So we got a motion for 2,500. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next one is discussion of the emergency repair contract. Alderman McCaffrey.
Yes, just to bring you all up to date, this contract is going to expire in a few months, so I actually met with David before the meeting, and he's going to be working on a new contract to bring to us, hopefully next month or so to entertain. Yeah, so this is just informational.
Thank you.
Well, do we need a vote to direct David, or did we already do that?
We had,
It's been.
We did it already,
We
that's
have
right.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure. I didn't know if we needed a new one.
All right, next item, installation of ALPR cameras. Jonathan, are you here, Jonathan? Please state your name and address, and I think we have Joseph here as well that's going to also speak. So Joseph, you can talk next.
Good evening. I'm Jonathan Owen. I live at 21168 Pineville Road here in Long Beach, Mississippi, and I have lived there for 16 years. I retired out of the military, and my family and I decided to stay in Long Beach. So I want to take a couple of minutes tonight to talk about the communication surrounding the ALPR cameras. I first learned about these cameras I've never spoken one of these.
No problem. Take your time.
Sorry.
Take a deep breath, it'll be fine.
I first learned about these cameras when one was installed at the end of my driveway. It caught me by surprise, and honestly, I didn't know anything about this program, all right? And then when I got home that night, I turned on the news, and bam, that's all you see. You turn on social media, that's all you see. So, and because of where that camera is placed, every time my family pulls out of our driveway, because it's smack dab right at the end of my driveway, that camera is going to photograph my family on average of 2,000 times a year. So I have concerns with that, with those pictures and that data. So, and then I learned that the city approved this back in February 18th of 2025 with a grant. If I'm not mistaken, I saw it on the agenda or the minutes. But I don't see anything else on that. I watched the YouTube video of that meeting, and all I hear is the NCIC, the National Crime Information Center. That's all they discussed in that meeting on YouTube. So after that, I still have a lot of questions. Such as, what information are these cameras collecting on us, especially when my family's going out our driveway? Who has access to it? How long is this information kept? And can it be shared with the other agencies? And what safeguards are in place? I was in the military. I know how data and how it can be misused. So, and what does this program cost taxpayers going forward? I get it's a grant. That was taxpayer money. What's it going to go forward when the grants run out and we have to replace these with taxpayer money from the citizens of the city? So I'm kind of concerned about that. And I think they're reasonable questions to have answers to. And that's what I want tonight. I want answers. I want the city we have social media, and I know the city is very good at putting out boil water notices, construction notices, road closures. I never saw anything about these cameras, and I'm pretty disappointed in. I come home from an appointment one day, and it's sitting right there. I don't know what it is, so it's going to get my neck hair standing up a little bit. I'm like, what is this? And I've talked to my alderman. I'm working with him. I have faith in him. He said it's probably going to move down the road. But the last part of this is, I believe open communication helps people understand why the decisions are made. And I know you weren't here, Mayor, for when that decision was made. You got elected after that. But public safety is important to me. I do believe that. And so is transparency, privacy, and trust. And that's what I'm getting. I want some transparency on these cameras from the city. And I don't know if that's too much to ask, but that's what I'm asking of you. Otherwise, I would never be here. I see what you guys do during the day and all that and the decisions you make, and I'd never come to these because I kind of like what's going on in my city. But that part right there, it compelled me to come here. So thank you for letting me speak here tonight. I really do appreciate it. And I hope the city will consider making this information more readily available to residents, and also consider the impact on nearby residents when deciding where these cameras are placed. I don't want to walk down my stairs every morning when I get up and I see a government camera at the end of my property. That's the first thing I see. And I don't think any American wants to see that. But thank you for your time. That's all I have. Just something to consider.
Thank you so much. Joseph, just state your name and.
Joseph Thompson, 100 South Seashore, Long Beach. I'm also here to speak about the cameras, but from a different perspective. It's not just about mass camera surveillance. To me, this is about the erosion of our natural and God-given rights, constitutional rights. I don't doubt that all of us, everyone in here, wants a safe city. We, for the most part, have one. What I do doubt is what was at stake was not fully considered when we implemented this program. It's not just about cameras, it's about constitutional stewardship. Our constitutional rights don't come from the government. They are protected from the government. We, the people, everyone in here, everyone in our city, all of you, are the natural owners of authority, all of us. However, in your professional capacity, as elected and appointed officials, we, the people, have entrusted you as our stewards, not just our city administrators, but our stewards of our constitutional liberties. Stewards do not own that which is entrusted to them. We, the people, do. You all took an oath to the Constitution, first and foremost. We, the people's concern is also not necessarily because we distrust our current stewards. The constitutional restraint and framework exist because we don't know who comes after you. And so that framework keeps everything in check. Rights and freedoms are never lost in a sweeping overnight manner, although COVID-era restrictions attempted to, and in some cases succeeded in doing so. Our freedoms are never taken all at once. They're taken one step at a time. Each step presented as being justified, reasonable, or necessary for public safety, until one day we look back and realize we've traded away that which we cannot reclaim. Some say if you've done nothing wrong, you have nothing to fear. That's never been the standard in America. American standard is that the government has to prove it has a reason before it intrudes on our liberty, and only then it does so with probable cause and a warrant. It is never we the people needing to prove that we deserve liberty or privacy. Here's what I ask of you. This conversation's new, I realize that. I have perused the minutes going back to January of '24. I can find very little discussion about these cameras, yet they are all around us at every city entrance, it appears. I do believe that the contract or the memorandum of understanding that we have is one of the most restrictive in terms of the data. I still don't agree with it. I believe this will be deemed a Fourth Amendment constitutional violation in short order as the Supreme Court updates our Fourth Amendment, which they're in the middle of doing. But when technology advances faster than the law, will this board err on the side of governmental power, or will it err on the side of constitutional liberties? Will you be remembered for the wisdom to restrain technology for the sake of our constitutional liberty and that of future Long Beach generations? Long Beach is an exceptional city. We all know that. That's why we live here. Use your stewardship to make Long Beach the exception to mass surveillance rules and other forthcoming technology, ordinances, or laws that limit the rights and freedoms of we the people. Doing so will shine a positive light on our city and will attract even more constitutionally oriented people here. Thank you.
I've gotten quite a few calls over the last couple months. Joseph being one of them, we've talked about it. And my opinion, I've really kind of dug in the last probably month and a half to the research. And some of it is, we all should be a little weary. Not just with Flock, or I know we use Insight. I mean, Insight, the company that we use, the same as Flock.
Genetech.
Is it?
Genetech.
What is it called?
Genetech.
Well, the minutes from the one, it said Insight ALPR.
That's one that DEA has.
Okay, but we still have the Insight cameras here. You know, they have a giant commercial side, so I could go buy one. I could hook repo lots, use them, wreckers, lots of companies, and technically I could go buy one and drive the roads all day with it pointed at your house. I get a discount if I share that information with the system. It's not just the cameras that you have on the streets. It's a network of cameras. You can have them at movie theaters, any private business, and it is not different systems. It is all one system. And like I said, a lot of it, that's why a lot of them are free. Whether what they're doing with the data or not, they're storing. I mean, it's definitely something that is very concerning to me. Like I said, and we do share some of it now. I know another thing that I find a little scary is like some of our federal grants now, to get the grant requires you to share that information with the federal government, which we have done. So I think we really need to like take a step and look at, I mean, we're talking about e-bikes and all this. I mean, this is 24-hour-a-day surveillance. I think we really need to slow down and come up with some policies or, I mean, if, honestly, at this point, if it was up to me, I don't like them. If it was at my driveway, I probably would already accidentally ran over it, just to be completely honest with you. But I do think this is, and it's not just one story of misuse. There's probably somebody currently misusing that information as we speak. It's every day, different stories. Like the one he said with the DEA, the Insight. Look at their partners that they share. It's all the way to LexisNexis, which is like the largest police database that you can get. It's got everybody's fingerprints and DNA and all that, and it's all connected. One hack, I mean, ChatGPT just got hacked the other day, and all these, I mean, one hack in everybody's travel. And this isn't just a, hey, ping you here or there. This is like constant I mean, it's a surveillance apparatus, and I might be cynical, but I don't trust the federal, after COVID and all that, like some of the three-letter agencies, it scares me. So that's just my personal opinion on it. Like, I am very weary of having cameras everywhere. And this isn't a shot to the police, because I've had countless arguments and conversations with some of my best friends and family who are cops, and like, their job is to protect. This does make it easy for them to protect. That's their first priority. So this is, I would give Billy Seal he could put me on Life 360. I'm not worried about that. But
Want that.
I think,
that, Billy? No.
I do think that it is scary. I mean, look, just to go back to what Joseph said about COVID, like, maybe I feel a little more comfortable with it because I think some of the people in charge now at the higher federal level, but think about COVID, and they say, don't leave your house, and now they're tracking every move. Like, if you leave here and drive to Crossroads, you're probably on 15 or 20 cameras, like ping, ping, ping. I mean, pictures, I even looked into the patents of these cameras. The new thing that's coming is when you drive by, it can see your Bluetooth, and everybody in your car, it can tell who you are by your Bluetooth and stuff. And that's just what's next. I mean, like I said, I want to say just Insight, the ones we have, I think it's on 10 billion license plates read already. That's not like, to me, that's very scary.
I fully agree with you. The more I look into it, the more concerning it is. I mean, they're tracking absolutely everything.
I understand the concept of the police want an easier job to do, but by definition, our Bill of Rights is put in place to put the constraints on them where their job is not easy. It's their job to prove that we're doing something wrong, and just an open access to all your information. To me, in my mind, I'm not a lawyer and I'm not a judge by any stretch of the imagination, but in my mind, that's an infringement upon my rights. And I may be wrong, and I'm sure at some point the Supreme Court will have to address this and make a call on that, but that's just the way I see it.
I'd like to offer an opinion as well. Joseph, I congratulate you because you're way more eloquent than Patrick in explaining the situation.
He's been trying to train me up.
And Patrick and I and Timmy and I and several of us have had this discussion before. I, too, echo the sentiments that you have, and makes me a little leery as well. Being the devil's advocate, I posed this question to Patrick. I said, what's the difference in one of these that you're pinging off a very cell tower? If you go from here to Miami, they'll know exactly the route you took. And his answer was, well, you choose to own one of these. Well, you do, but try to go one day without one. But that being said, I would speak to the board. Gentlemen, he's exactly right. We're stewards of these people's wishes, and we get their votes. We're elected to do something. We can sit up here and agree with them how we're in favor, and we can sympathize. But the question is, what action are we going to take? What are we going to do about it? We can sit up here and talk about it, but we have to take some. We have to take some action to scale back, in my opinion. And don't get me wrong, I don't know what that answer is, but I think it should be a priority. It's just my opinion.
I think so too, and you're seeing this issue all across the country right now. It's on the news every day, more abuse, and I don't want that happening in Long Beach. I mean, like I said, I trust our police department. I know they're not going to do anything wrong, but.
Steve, you had something you'd like to add?
I wanted to speak, I guess, to the other perspective a little bit, and I think Chief Seal is more qualified, knows much more detail about these particular cameras in the city of Long Beach and how they're utilized, and I encourage him to do that. But I wanted to agree with Mr., is it Oyen? I'm gonna mispronounce it, I apologize.
Oyen, sir.
Okay, I wanted to agree with him in one regard, that more information and dissemination of what they are, how they work, and what they do would be beneficial to the citizens of Long Beach. There's some obvious things and some misconceptions about automated license plate readers. One of them is who gets the information, and Chief Seal can tell you that the information that these cameras in Long Beach gather, there's a strict requirement that is for law enforcement resources and use only, and only agencies that they share it with. The federal government, when Patrick talks about I don't trust the federal government, it's a little bit bigger than that. And we're not sharing this information with the vast resources of the federal government. We don't make any money. These cameras, like the ones that you see on social media and the criticism, are privately owned vendors who charge municipalities and other agencies and are revenue driven by catching expired tags or people without insurance. They are revenue driven. The city of Long Beach derives not one dime from these cameras. They are, and Patrick, who I respect his opinion, talks about how scared they are. They're no different from most of your Ring camera. This gentleman says he's on camera 2,000 times a year. If his neighbor's got a Ring camera, it's that many on his Ring camera. I got them on my house, Ring cameras, doorbells, and it catches everybody who drives by, if I was really that interested in looking. They are really no different, with the exception that they are an investigative tool of the police department, of a certified law enforcement agency who, like these stewards, took an oath not to abuse their authority. And the difference in that and my Ring camera is that law enforcement have the ability to put into this system. We have a homicide that involves a red Camaro, last three tag digits XYZ. And if that camera somewhere in our city catches that vehicle, it will notify law enforcement, here's where it just was. And indeed, a homicide was solved and a substantial assistant in a murder in the city of Long Beach by just that purpose. A camera identified the suspect vehicle. Correct, Chief? It is an investigative tool. Could it be considered an invasion of your privacy? Sure, but no more than the cell phone you got in you. The guy riding down to you in the highway next to you has the right to pick his phone up and video you. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. I'm not sure I'm scared by it, because I'm not any more scared by Ring cameras on my doorbells. They are a legitimate investigative tool, which should have some guardrails, and does. And at some point, we have to disseminate enough information, as you suggested, and educate our citizens to not be scared of them and to understand they're there to assist law enforcement to protect persons and property. And it's a valuable tool, so long as it's not abused. I agree with that. And at some point, like the stewards of your city, you have to, with checks and balances, trust law enforcement not to abuse their authority, and they can be a terrific assistance to law enforcement. It's my experience as a citizen in my town, in my city, and as the former commissioner of the Mississippi Department of Public Safety, quite frankly. And I just want to share that with you.
And my fear, maybe not, well, a little bit still now, but this is just the beginning. Is where does it go? I mean, I get, even maybe I would concede to if you have one at the entrance of Long Beach, the entrances and the exits, but like when you start putting them in neighborhoods, that's different, because, I mean, to me, but if it was taking a picture of my house every time somebody passed it, not only putting out of your driveway, I'm sure we have some, or there's some, that every time somebody passed it, it's taking a picture of somebody's house. And a cell phone, if a police officer wants to get my cell phone records, they're gonna have to go get a warrant and go to my cell phone company. These cameras can easily be abused. It is on the police department, which I am fully 100% sure that our police department is doing what they're supposed to do as far as auditing these things. But you can't audit everyone, and if other agencies around here, all it takes is one bad actor, and that definitely just scares me. I know, I mean, look, in other countries, look at China, I mean, everything you do is on camera, and there's consequences to your actions there. And some people are using these as ticket writers and things like that. Ocean Springs, other places locally, like I said, just very scary to me. And I think lack of information or lack of even, on my part, also, even looking at it for a month, is the lack of knowledge. And then I think all of us probably, not to throw y'all in with me, because I'm as simple as they come, but I don't think any of us know enough about them to have 12 and have them in neighborhoods. That just seems like a overreach. We're one of the safest communities in the country.
It looks like Chief Seal has.
We,
All right, Chief, you have a few words to
we
say.
have 10 LPRs that are Genetec, is the company name, Genetec, Genetec. Anyone needs to look that up. They were purchased. We've had them since, those since 2004, then to 2004. They were provided to us on a trial run. We sought out and got a grant, Homeland Security grant that paid for those. We do not share it with the federal government. We share our information with Pascagoula, Biloxi, and Gulfport. The tags, it takes a picture just of the tag on the car. It doesn't take a picture of who's in the vehicle. It picks up the numbers. It is stored for 90 days. That is it. It's not sold to anyone else. It's strictly used for law enforcement purposes. I was trying to think whether his particular questions. Alderman Bonds called me about the location of that one. That one was placed on Pineville, just inside the city limits from Espy, where we have a lot of problems with people coming in off of Cronje and the Pineville community committing crimes in Long Beach, so that's why that was picked there. He brought the concerns of the gentleman to me. We have went out there with Public Works, and it's going to be moved 50 to 100 feet down the road out from in front of his house. It's in a city easement across the street. It's not on his side of the road. And so he brought that concern to his alderman, and we definitely, took that into account and are able to move that. We've actually had LPRs in Long Beach since 2019. First one we purchased, and it was at Klondike and 28th Street, and it was mounted, I think the cameras are actually still up on the traffic lights, but they don't work. They're out of, the companies just never came and taken them down. They don't have power or nothing to them. They all are placed to the ingress and egress of the city, not in neighborhoods. There are systems that some agencies have on the coast that people freely give access to their Ring cameras, and it's dumped into police departments, picking everything up. And you have to go basically back, which the Fourth Amendment, where do you have expectation of privacy at? And you don't have expectation of privacy driving down the road. That simple. Somebody can take your picture. You have expectation of privacy in your home. This has gone several courts of appeals, including our Fifth Circuit, and they have ruled that it's not unconstitutional. It's up to the Supreme Court, and they rule it is, then we have to remove them. But It's a very valuable investigative tool, and I understand the transparency, but I'm not going to publish every investigative tool I have for every criminal to know. Law enforcement as a whole is struggling to keep up technology-wise, firepower-wise, with criminals. So, we used them, we found missing people. As soon as we put these up on the East Railroad, there was a drive-by shooting, and within minutes, we had a suspect by this camera, made an arrest. We had a murder a couple months ago on Allen Road. Picked the vehicle up, was able to get the tag number, and made arrest in less than 24 hours. I think it's a valuable tool for public safety. And you're right, Patrick, there's a lot of private, you go to Lowe's has flock cameras. They've had them for years.
Walmart has, I mean, pretty much every big
Yeah,
box retailer's
a
got
lot of, not here, but in bigger areas, homeowner associations, in their homeowner dues pays for them at the entrance to their neighborhoods. Again, it's not, I know on the coast there was a bad rap, Ocean Springs, and I think Biloxi had them, and that sent insurance tickets. There's another company out now that it's illegal to do speed enforcement and traffic enforcement automated like that, but they're pushing now where you can handheld radar guns and with a camera and shoot, and it mails the ticket. And we're not getting into anything like that. These are not for any type of traffic enforcement or vehicle enforcement. It's strictly an investigative tool. And there's safeguards. We do run audits. And if you run a tag number in there, you have to put a case number or a reason why. If an officer logs in there to research something, they have to put the case number or the reason why, so we can go back and audit. We have a ALPR policy that includes in it misuse could lead to termination, and it could lead to criminal charges. Unfortunately, every profession, there's bad apples, and no matter what tool you have, if you have a taser, somebody can misuse that, and abuse it. So it's all just on your agency to follow the policies and ensure that it's being done correctly. And if anybody wants to, y'all could have called me and got this information.
So if I'm hearing that it's a lack of information, maybe we could put some facts out on the city webpage and maybe clear up some of the confusion. But I'm like our attorney, it's a tool. And that tool is to be used correctly, and I think it's a deterrent for crime in our city, which I think we're the #1 safest city for serious crimes. Would we be that if we did not have those cameras? You just don't really know. But the thing about it is, they know if you don't have them, because then they got free range to go where they want to do. So I see both sides.
Like I said, I just think it's
Still,
not an anti-law enforcement. I think all of us should, I don't know. Maybe I might have a different opinion, but
I think so, but
I think everybody should have issues with like, we're moving to a society, and this isn't a Long Beach issue. This is a societal American issue that we're moving to a society where you're going to be on a camera 24. And I get private people have cameras and stuff, but these are government networks.
How many people can log on to MDOT right now and watch how many traffic intersections?
I mean, I get it. I don't like that either.
I think it would be good for us to get the information out, the difference in between these cameras and the actual flock cameras that you're hearing.
Well, they're all kind of the same. It's just
They are, but we're using them differently, just to get some information out there. But I think we need to, as a board, look further into.
So I think the first action is to wrap this thing up. Let's put some facts out there and let's start to inform the public of the intent of these cameras. Let's then step back and think about how we're using them and see if we want to go forward with them or not. But let the facts get out. And Courtney, you can put them on our webpage just to find, some of the questions you heard in here tonight and try to help explain them to the public. So,
I think a good opportunity to do that also, Courtney, would be when Billy has the Night Out Against Crime.
Oh, yeah.
We could put one out there as an example and list people that we've captured, how they've helped us, and educate the public on how they're used.
so tonight's discussion wasn't to come out with a decision, but we're going to come out with trying to help ease the issues that people are seeing because of things they may not fully understand. So being educated and educating people of what we use them for, how they're protected and things like that, I think is a start in the right direction to assure that we are using them correctly. And so if we could, let's just, I don't know if we need a motion to say, Billy, put some items together.
I'll work with Courtney and we'll put out some information.
We'll put them on the webpage, and in the meantime, we'll continue to look into this. All right. Next item, schedule work session for FY '27 budget. All right,
Good God.
Can everybody make August 25th?
When?
August 25th. I think that's next Tuesday.
Yes.
All right, anybody can't make it?
I'm pretty sure I'll be in trial late that day, but there's a possibility I can make it. If a trial, it starts on the 24th.
Okay. And this will be at 5 o'clock, is that?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I mean, I'll be here if I can. So.
All right. Anybody else have concern with August 25th?
I'm good.
Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Motion carries. Next one is funding sources for previously approved purchasing of 1 tractor and 2 excavators for the Public Works Department. We were thinking about the 2 excavators that could come out of the Water and Sewer Fund and the tractor possibly coming out of the
Roads and
Internet
Bridge.
Diversion Tax.
Yes.
Can I get a motion?
I'll make that motion, Mr. Mayor, just with the way that,
Let me get a second.
oh, sorry.
Second.
We got a motion, got a second? All right, go ahead.
Just my concern was adding debt services. If we have that money to use for these 3 pieces of equipment that are basically used daily, that we just buy them outright.
Buy them out of those 2 funds?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I
That
think
that
that's
was
the
just,
motion.
that was just the discussion.
Yeah.
I was just saying why we did it.
All right, so we got a motion, second, any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries, huh? Yeah, the 2 excavators and the tractor coming out of the, all right, very good.
Do you need another timeout?
Another one, certification of substantial completion of the Long Beach Gateway Phase 2 project. Can I get a motion to accept that?
Motion.
We got a motion,
I'll second.
Got a second discussion. The Gateway Phase 2 is nearing completion. This is really kind of the, we'll go into the punch list. We hope to have it open in the next couple of weeks. The only thing that's holding it up from being open is some of the shrubs and all didn't transition well and have died. So before we open it, we're going to make sure all the shrubs is doing great. All the palm trees are trimmed and nice. So we're hoping to have that within the next week or 2. So can I get go ahead. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one is professional services of Long Beach Gateway Phase 3 proposal. This is the Phase 3 where we're going to put the 5 canopies across the Gateway project. That project has been funded. So this is the last phase of the Gateway project. Can I get a motion to?
Motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
Second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one, we've got appeal of the Planning Commission decision, Timothy Brian Dees and Bobby Niesel. Please come up and state your name and address and for the record.
Good afternoon, Board of Aldermen. I'm Bobby Niesel, engineer for Tim Tim Dees, subdivision, Compass Cove on Johnson Road. Live at 2 Golden Drive, Gulfport, Mississippi. And we've designed the subdivision without any retention, basically because the site is full of live oak trees and it's very flat, and detention is basically impossible to build without building up the entire site to get an outfall for a detention pond. And to do that, you would affect live oak trees and possibly damage and lose more than he's already been permitted to remove. The drainage ordinance has a provision where any site less than 3 acres and you're filling less than 50% impervious surfaces are exempt from the stormwater ordinance, the detention requirements. Mr. Ball, I respect his opinion, but he feels that the newer ordinances have overridden this, but we couldn't find any language that says that. And there's a provision that if it's less than 3 acres, you're filling less than 50% of the property with hard surfaces. And I've done a calculations on the surfaces, houses, driveways, and sidewalks, and it's like 47%. I feel I'm being conservative. That's probably higher. And the covenants could actually address that if need be to protect that, make sure the site's not developed over 50%. But I guess we need to defer to the attorney, Mr. Simpson, to review the ordinances and see if that provision is still valid or not. And there are new ordinances since that was passed, but I can't really find where that one would say it's not in effect anymore. So it was put in there for a reason to allow it. And this Johnson Road site is basically flat. We're actually, some of the drainage goes to the south toward Beau Braun Drive, and we're actually reducing the drainage flow to that area. And Mr. Ball agrees with that. The rest of it goes to Johnson Road. And we've been watching it through these torrential rains we've had, including the tropical storm. And everything floods for a little while, but it's been draining off great. And I've talked to Mike Bolke, who lives on Southern Oaks Drive. He said they hadn't had any drainage problems, even during these torrential rains. And the amount of increase that we're increasing it will be basically contained in the road until it drains out, which it's such a small site to begin with. It's not going to take long for anything, just like any detention area would drain out. So we're asking that your board accepts the provision of that ordinance allowing the exemption and allow Mr. Dees to proceed with development. Otherwise, he's going to cancel the whole project. He's got 7 lots there, planning on building very expensive houses just because of the value of the cost to develop it. Probably $500,000 enough houses. And if this variance can't be approved, then basically the project will die, and he'll only be able to build 3 houses on the property as the ordinance requires. That's our request, to review that drainage ordinance.
Anybody else want to speak to?
Have you had time to?
Hold up.
I met with David Ball about this issue sometime early last week. I think, David, maybe even the week before, in his office. We sat down and looked at the ordinance. Conflicts is really the only way I know how to explain it. Section 174 of our land use ordinance, Article 15, as Mr. Niesel represents, creates an exemption for avoiding post-development runoff if the site is less than 3 acres and less than 50% impervious surface, which he represents in his plat, his preliminary plat, that it is. The problem with that, and that reads fairly clearly when you look at it on its own. The problem is the very next section, 175, says that each proposed residential or commercial or industrial development provide detention basins to store stormwater runoff in excess of the volumes before the development. When you read those right next to each other, they're inconsistent with one another. I think section 175 does not contemplate a 3-acre size or a 3-acre development, relatively small, with less than 50% impervious surface when it talks about detention basis. But particularly when it's talking about residential, commercial, and industrial development. And when you also consider 174 talks about an exemption, exempt from what? I can only imagine, maybe exempt from 175, but it is not clear. It's clear as mud when you read them separately. And when you put them next to each other, they're in conflict with one another. But Mr. Liesel is correct in that 174 appears to provide an exemption for his size development with less than 50% impervious surface. I know Mr. Ball, later in this agenda, has an ordinance proposal to try to clarify and prevent this conflict from arising in the future. But these two sections are inconsistent with one another is the best explanation I can give you. David may want to speak to it as well.
Well, our position is that if there's an exemption, there's an exemption. Otherwise, why even have that paragraph in there? Because if it's going to be negated by another paragraph, why is it even in there to begin with?
Well, and I guess, didn't a previous person that had that property have a retention pond drawn up on that, thinking that he needed it?
I think it was Mr. Ball's boss, actually, that owned it, and he had a very small one draining towards the south, and looking at the plan that I saw, I can't even see
And I
the
guess
whole.
where I'm coming from is, I don't care what size house you build, I don't care what lot you build, you should not affect anybody in your surrounding area on what you're building. And that's just my standpoint, because we got examples of it right now that we're fighting, because it's affecting the surrounding neighbors. So I will never vote in favor of putting a burden on somebody else, no matter where the neighborhood's at, or how big it is, how big your homes are, or anything else.
Well, based on my design, it's not. It's actually draining to the street, and it drains out towards a big canal,
So all I got to rely on is our engineer. And our engineer says that it will affect surrounding areas.
The downstream ditch, basically.
That was in his study. So if you were asking me, I live down the road from you, am I in favor of it? Heck no, I'm gonna get water in my yard just because he built a subdivision there. Is that fair to the people that live in the neighborhood?
Well,
I don't know, I'm not an engineer, but he is.
I understand.
And I know you are too.
Yeah, sure, and I understand the tension, and it's usually larger subdivisions that do put a big impact.
But it doesn't have to be a large subdivision. It could just be a lot.
But
You
why
can't
is that?
affect your neighbors to the next, either side of you.
It's
Negative.
not. It's not affecting neighbors. It drains into the street. Everything I've designed drains into the road, unlike the one that Mr. Ball's boss had done, drains towards Beau Bron, and there was no drainage going there at all. I'm surprised. I don't know how that would even work to begin with. It'd go through somebody's backyard.
Yeah.
But this goes strictly to a front yard ditch, and there's an exemption that y'all have in your ordinance, and that's what we're asking you to uphold.
Well, I looked at that too, and I also looked at the 175 that counters it. And I think we got a church in the same situation you're in right now, that we're doing the same exact thing. So if we go down that road and start doing exemptions, how are you gonna stop it?
Well, you need to revise your ordinance, but right now the ordinance allows for it, and that's
But
what
it's
we
got
relied
both.
it on.
If you read 175, it don't matter how big your lot is, how small it is, what big your subdivision, you
170
don't affect your neighbor.
174, it avoids that. It says it's not applicable. That's exactly what it says.
And I don't think that was the intent. Why would I allow you to build something that's gonna negatively affect your person next to you?
Because they said, they looked at when they drew it up, or they wouldn't put it in there, said if it's less than 3 acres and you're only improving less than 50%, it's not gonna have a great negative effect on it. That was the whole purpose of it.
What I'd like to do, David, would you like to comment on any of this?
I don't know that I could add anything. I mean, I think Mr. Simpson's represented the issues that I brought up. I think there are ordinance provisions that prevent this. Mr. Niesel's point, in my opinion, is well made. I mean, the exemption is in the ordinance for a reason. I may not like it, but that may be where you're at. I don't know.
So when the water drains to the road, to the front of it, where does it go from there?
It will continue downstream to the east on Johnson Road, and then it will enter into a ditch system that kind of meanders south to Canal 1.
Is there a culvert that runs
There's a couple culvert systems that it will be required to flow through to get to that ditch, and then I think it's open flow, open ditch to Canal One.
So I guess my question is that negatively going to affect people around them? With his design,
Will it affect their actual home sites is what I'm,
yeah, I'm trying to understand if it gets to the road, which means it's not going to affect anybody on either side. It gets to the road, then it has to go to the, I guess, beat line?
West.
Or it goes west?
It flows east.
east, goes east.
Goes east?
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
All right, so and when it goes east, is it negatively impacting anybody, or is it going down the culvert in a ditch?
Well, my position was that the increase in runoff, even, and I'm really tried to stay away from the quantity. It's just qualitatively, it will be an increase in the impact of this property to the city's infrastructure.
Which there's an exemption that allows that. And it does flow, and during this torrential rains we've had, we've been out there and looked at it. Nobody's complained about the drains getting near their house, and we're, in the amount that this little small 7 lots is gonna improve is a drop in the bucket, especially considering these tropical storms we just had with 12 inches of rain. And if you didn't have any complaints then, this little 7 lots is like I say, a drop in the bucket of the increase that's what the exemption, I think, is for smaller developments with a 50% or less improvement area. And that's exactly why that ordinance is written that way. Somebody wrote it for a reason. And we feel we fall underneath that exemption.
What, well, I mean,
Sorry?
what's your thoughts?
I mean, when I read them and when I met with David, that they both mean what they say. I mean, they're fairly clearly written. The problem is they're just in conflict with one another.
But my question is,
And so when you try to figure out, when I tried to figure out why would you have two that are inconsistent with each other, one of them does claim to be an exemption, so you got to ask yourself, to exempt from what? Is it this other one? Is it the one that says you can't do anything more? And it is an exemption that's based on some pretty strict limitations. 3 acres in size and 50% of, less than 50% of impervious surface area. So, yeah, it was clearly written with the intent to allow something that size with that impervious dimensions, 50% or less, to be exempted. The question is, the ordinance needs to be cleaned up to say exempted from what? Exempted from a detention basin or from running on other people's land? Yeah, the answer to that ought to be, no, you're not exempted from damaging your neighbor's land, but you are exempted if it doesn't create a burden on adjacent property. It should be cleaned up to say that, and I think that's David's recommendation, quite frankly.
I have to give my 2 cents on this one. I kind of have to agree with Mr. Niesel on this. The provision is there.
It's
And
there.
he does have the option to put a retention pond in. He could go re-elevate the entire piece of property to form a pond, but that would put more water going elsewhere off the property once you re-elevate the entire
we'll
piece.
kill some trees is what we'll do.
And it would harm the trees. So in my mind, he's taking the better way out with using this provision.
And it's not draining to anybody's yard.
That's the big thing. That's what my concern is. So from your study, will it affect anybody else's yards?
No, sir, not the yards directly. I mean, his runoff, well, I guess you are channelizing a tiny bit on the south, but he's reducing the flow rate that crosses the property line into Beaubron because he's going to build ridge lines. His properties, the houses will be constructed so that a big chunk of the lots, the new lots, will drain to the street. So less area is going to drain across the southern property line to Beaubron. And the majority of the rest of the property, in fact, all the property, will either drain to the street and then out to Johnson Road, or it'll drain through the rear yards to Johnson Road. So I don't think that he's really negatively impacting properties, adjacent properties. The impact I was concerned about is that it will increase this property's impact to the city's infrastructure, the downstream drainage infrastructure, which I think could have impact downstream and to the upstream properties. I mean, if you're using more capacity in the ditch because of this property, then it could have an upstream impact too.
But I guess, do we have excess capabilities that if it does flow, is it gonna, I think you said when it rained hard, it really wasn't a big impact, so.
Rained off.
Do we have the capacity to handle?
That could be determined. I have not done that.
Without doing a drainage
My
study.
only, opinion, and I'm as far from an engineer as you could probably be, but I don't want to pick and choose. Like, if we have an ordinance and we have a policy, and even if it's wrong or unintended, we need to change it in the future. I don't know that, I don't like the picking and choosing. Like,
He is gonna clear up.
if it's there now.
But not tonight.
If it's there now, then y'all got one.
I agree. He's put the footwork in to draw the subdivision based off of our current ordinances.
And I agreed with Mr. Ball that we should amend the ordinance and give it clarity and clean it up, because if an appeal of this board's decision went to circuit court, I've learned very clearly, a circuit court's gonna construe the ordinance against the drafter, which is us, the city. We wrote it.
Yes.
And if we don't like the way it was written anymore, that's gonna be our fault, not the developers. I can tell
You
you
can
that.
basically
It needs
take
to
that.
be cleaned up, however, I don't know that it's gonna
Dodson's
apply to
made
these
that
guys.
clear.
I don't think so either.
Right, yeah.
My opinion,
Is that your ward?
We need to fix it.
Which side? Yes, my ward.
are you good with it?
I'm good with it.
I'll make a motion to approve his appeal to allow the development.
We got a motion?
Second.
Second, any further discussion?
One point of discussion, Mayor, that I want to make. I understand the ordinance is written. I understand what council said about circuit court. We're basically telling you, you're going to eat this one. However, everybody on this board's aware of what we're doing on Magnolia Run right now and how aggravating that is, and we can't undo if they affect neighboring properties. We're going to have to go back and fix that, and people are going to say, why did you allow it? Just a point. I'm not saying that we don't have to abide by the ordinance the way it's written, but I don't have to like it.
And I believe like Magnolia Run would be over the acreage.
It is, but the point is, you still got the same problem if they're not correct. You're talking about a 3%, how do you measure 3% impervious effect?
Well, basically, when you have a torrential rain like we've had, you're getting 100% runoff, even though it's bare ground. It's all running off. And by these storms that we just witnessed, it's obvious this 3-acre site falls right in that exemption requirement, allowance, because it wouldn't affect it at all in that storm. I don't care if it was solid concrete or solid dirt, it's all gonna run off in those type of rains. So that's why that provision was put in there for small sites that you fill less than 50%. I don't think it's a bad one, but the only way to fix it would just take that out altogether. And then we wouldn't have any.
I feel good about what we've heard so far, that it won't hurt or negatively impact any other owners in that area. So that was my main concern, is just don't put it off on somebody else. Absolutely. So we got a motion on the table?
In a second.
And a second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Next one is Long Beach Historical Society Cemetery Tour. Mr. Skelly. All right, can I get a motion to allow them to do the cemetery tour?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Next one is placement of portalets in Harbor Gateway parking lot for the Light in the Darkness March for Jesus.
So move.
Got a motion?
Second.
A second, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. The next one is a request for a beautification project, beautification project on 28th Street by the Long Beach Rotary Clubs. Anybody here to talk?
Come on, don't be bashful.
Got it.
Okay.
We just want to say how much we
Courtney, I
love
thought
y'all
you
for
were
doing
going
it.
to do that.
Oh, I thought
That's
they
all
were
right.
gonna read the
I'm
letter.
here. So we would like to beautify the Welcome to Long Beach sign that's at the northwest corner of Beeline and 28th Street by Bradley's by putting a durable planter at the bottom with some flowers in it. And I believe in the letter you had a before and after concept picture. So the details, we want to be consistent, unlike the Welcome to Long Beach signs that we have right now. And we'll work with Courtney.
No, we do got new ones now. We just got the new ones.
But that's just for downtown, so this is not
I
downtown.
like your idea. Here's my only thing. Who's going to maintain them?
Us. We have budgeted quarterly maintenance, and that's going to be our community service project for our club.
It's a great
to
idea.
maintain it quarterly.
I'll make the motion.
All right, so we got a motion, second.
I saw the drawing, it looked nice.
Just-
Can't wait to see it.
That'll be, I guess, on the southeast corner there, with the wooded corner of.
It's the northwest corner on the side of
Bradley's,
Bradley's.
okay.
Just discussion to clarify the mayor's question about who's going to maintain it. I think that's something that, separate note, that we need to discuss in the future when we have things adopted, that people want to donate a plan or take over things. We need to know exactly how they're going to do it.
Yeah.
That's a side discussion.
Most people mean well, and y'all
Yes.
do, I know. and
Yes.
It's all about beautification. We're trying to do a lot of things to beautify our city, and we appreciate y'all coming out and stepping up and helping us.
This is one, hopefully we can do the rest of them too. Not us, but hopefully somebody will.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one is discussion for the planning commission, proposed live streaming of meeting. Alderman Jafria.
Mr. Mayor, everybody all right?
Embarrassed.
Is Miss Sammy going to, Ray, is Miss Sammy going to speak at this point? Pardon? Okay.
Want to make a motion? What do you want?
Miss Sammy wanted to say
Okay.
a few words about this.
Yeah, she's on the agenda.
Okay. Miss Sammy?
Hi, I'm Sammy Taylor. I've been here for over 20 years. I live on 416 East 3rd Street, Long Beach. And I have a lot of people from out of town and a lot of local people that come in to see me, and they're concerned about some of the issues about closing the street because it's affecting a lot of the local business. A lot of people don't know how to maneuver around when the street is blocked. And we really want more people to live here. We want to encourage people. It's one of the top cities to live in the country right now. And we want to encourage that. Too often, people want to make dollars, and the rule for the residents is left out. They just want to welcome people here and not be up to the developers that are going to make the money. My other concern is closing the street. It affects the farmers market, and it's been moved many times in the last several years. The farmers market people, we really need them. They bring fresh produce, fresh vegetables, fresh meat. And when the local people can't go there to buy, these people have prepared it, and they show up and their space is not available. And they either have to leave and take their product home. I'm concerned also about the, you call them Airbnbs, the rentals. The short-time rentals are wonderful, but we don't want them taking over our local neighborhoods. It's an issue to most of us that live in the neighborhoods, and we're seeing them come in, and I think that they should limit how many they allow every year, all the new ones coming in, and how many in an area, and just keep our neighborhoods nice and safe. We need to find a way to promote residential growth, and I agree with that. But we don't want the developers coming in from out of town, making the money, and then leaving our little community. I'm just happy to live here and happy to have you all as my neighbors. And we were the first new business to open south of the tracks after Katrina, so I've been here quite a while. I thank you for listening to me.
Thank you.
Thank you,
very
Miss Sammy.
much.
Great job.
Everybody, she owns a little shop up here by the railroad tracks.
The Stoneman, the Gem Lady,
Yes.
North Jeff Davis.
You need to come by there and visit. She's got a wonderful little shop.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Sam.
Thanks, Miss Sammy. Mr. Mayor, just while we're on this topic here, just wanted to let everyone know that we had some discussion earlier about the Planning Commission. The Planning Commission is very important to how we conduct business in our city, And I think it's incumbent upon us to try our best to live stream the planning and development meetings. That way there be no question as to what occurred and what have you. We have a lot of people that look at our board meetings via live stream. I reached out to, to try to find out some costs and everything, and with Mr. Triplett, and I think he gave some of these costs. He told me to Courtney. But I think whatever it costs, we need to really take a serious look at, make a commitment to transparency with the Planning Commission meetings. And I'd put it in the form of a motion. Maybe we can, can talk about it. But my motion would be to put our best foot forward and try our best to come up with a plan to live stream our Planning and Development Commission meetings.
Is that a motion?
That's a motion.
Got a motion? Got a second?
Second.
Second, discussion.
Discussion. So I looked at this, and just as far as, want to give some facts out there on what we're looking at. So taking an average of all of our meetings, throwing out the most watched and the least watched. The most watched was a 3100, which was a special meeting. And then our least watched on YouTube was 16 people. So over the average is about 314 views. That's this meeting where the work is, approved or denied for final. I look at it and I go, okay, is that using our population of 16,500, just going off of our last survey. Census, thank you, sir. That's 2.5% of the people of our city that watch these meetings. I just want to make sure that we're spending the money correctly. The other note is, looking at every other city across the coast, none of them post their Planning Commission meetings. I go, okay, should we look at doing the minutes more in depth, or is it something that is needed to be filmed?
I'd actually just.
I'm just throwing out just
Courtney a second
numbers.
ago, and I've seen them used before. It's called Applaud. Courtney, I know she's over there scrambling to take the minutes. She can put it on the back of her phone. It'll listen to everything and take completely detailed minutes, gives overviews, all that stuff. It's $150. As far as the minutes, it can be like extremely detailed, almost down to the exact. I think that some of the errors we've had obviously are just look at them sitting over there trying to scribble down and write. So I will make a substitute motion that we pay the $170 right now to go ahead and get that device to run during the meetings as a backup to them. They can go back and look at it and do that. So I'm going to make that substitute.
I guess we could just post those minutes on the website.
You can.
To go back and read.
Well,
What price is,
but-
what price?
but-
Wait a minute, whoa, we got a substitute motion. Do we have a second?
Second discussion. At that point, we could just publish those on the website for everybody to go back and read versus videoing.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
So in a lot of our team and Zoom calls that we do have, people pay the Claude or AI, whatever, to take the notes. And when I tell you it takes every word, it will say, I am and then it's up to, I feel like I think it's a good idea, but I don't know if it's adding more legwork.
Give me an overview. You can say, and it'll give you, it won't go to, I know what you're
Because sometimes y'all do a motion and a substitute motion, and in the minutes, the motion that took the action, if I'm correct, Emma, is what gets recorded. And so if we were to record that and post that, it would be confusing for people to read, in my opinion.
But
you can actually get in there and give just you can say give an overview of each topic, and it'll just hit you with the main points in the, because we've used it at the school before.
But that's what it from what it hears, correct?
Correct.
Well, I mean, so that goes back to our main issue. Wouldn't it be through the microphones? And I'm guilty of it, not speaking clearly into the microphone from time to time, you know. So I'm going, hey, if we're gonna do something, let's make sure we're spending the money right, you know, and if it means us filming it, then film it. But I just wanna make sure, again, if we're spending money, it's for the right reasons.
I love when people say spending money for the right reasons. You're singing my song there. And I support that. And I just think that this is a matter of discussion amongst the board. We need to come up with some type of plan that we can do it cost effectively. The number of people, there's not a lot of people that look at it, people not interested in it. But I submit that there are some people out there that would be a benefit. And we can bring that subscribership up if we got them engaged in the city. I think our attendance in our meetings are up. And that's a good thing. And so anyway, from transparency standpoint, I just think we need to look at ways that we can accomplish this cost effectively. I totally agree with you.
Well, and just saying that too is in the past, being multiple terms, I used to go to it. And at that point in time, I was told, listen, my being there can sway a vote, and I have an appointment there, and so I shouldn't be at those meetings. That was from our legal advice at the time, not Steve, but, so how do we fix it and just cost effectively? That's what I would like to.
Right, so we got a motion on the table to buy the new IT equipment.
That just gives them, even if they don't, a reference for them to go back without having to go watch the video, and they can look at a complete transcript of. And it's like $150. That's just saying it, because your issue of the minutes being, which I agree with, it's a mistake. I see them over here like frantically writing. I think that's just a backup that they don't have to go watch a video for. And it's like I said, it's like I think $150.
So who's the person going to be operating this equipment?
Pardon?
I mean, are you basically saying you have to go to every Thursday meeting as a planning commission meeting? Somebody's saddled with that responsibility.
The minutes clerks of that meeting.
Whoever, you could just it's this big. It hooks on your phone. It takes like 2 seconds.
How will it, on a layout like we have here?
It'll hear you.
It will hear?
It'll hear you.
All right.
Let me make one other point. I was talking to Kenny before the meeting just for a few minutes, and he was talking about possibly having some students that could get involved from a learning perspective. Maybe that's an option we could explore with Kenny and see if maybe we can do this and do it cost effectively.
They're VOTEC.
They're VOTEC, yeah, exactly. So this could be a great way, just like, some of our VOTEC people doing oil changes, when we talked about maybe that. Now we understand why we can't do that, but we have some resources within the city that we can probably draw down upon at a very reasonable cost to get this accomplished. So
Our kids
it's
would
worth
probably
considering.
do it at a very discounted rate.
So
Very, very cheap.
I'm gonna make another substitute motion. I think these are all great ideas. I think we should.
Well, I don't think you can go in with another one. We're gonna
how
have to
many
deal with this.
substitutes
We've already
were on
had
the table?
a major motion and a substitute, so we got to vote on the
I
substitute.
just think if we just record them, that's not like a new technology. I feel like
Do you
some way.
withdraw your motion?
We're all talking about it. Kenny can tell us in 2 seconds what we need to do.
Flock camera in here.
Not to put him on the spot.
Are you going to withdraw your motion?
No, I think
All right,
we
motion's on the
y'all
table.
need that for meetings and everything.
So I
Wouldn't
have
hurt to have one here.
I have one question. You said it connects to a phone.
Yeah.
So we would buy a phone that has
You
all
can
the
put
minutes
on,
on it?
y'all don't have an iPad here?
No.
We don't have iPads?
There's $160 for a cell
Can't help
phone.
y'all. Can't help y'all, never mind.
Call for the
I'd take my motion away.
All right, so the motion has died.
I'll make a substitute motion that we table this and we each come up with some new ideas before the next meeting.
Tape
Because I think it's a
recorder.
great idea, and come up with some ideas and present at the next board meeting.
I second that.
So the motion is to take no motion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one is departmental business, mayor's office. Like I told y'all earlier, the gateway is real close to being open. We're waiting for plants to come in. down there. They started on the Southern Quay, which is I think that's really the last part of the major cement that's going to be poured. They started that last night around 3 o'clock. So everything's running on schedule. Gateway's looking good, so we'll be letting y'all know here real soon when we're going to open up the gates to the Gateway project. That's all I have. Next one is personnel, police department, 1 rehire and 5 step increases. Can I get a
Mayor,
motion?
I'd like to make a motion that we pull the rehire from the police department as well as the next agenda item, the rehire for the fire department, and take that matter up into executive session. And I don't have a problem with doing that after the meeting at the conclusion, if that's the pleasure of the board.
You're just asking on the police department to remove the rehire.
Just the rehire, police and fire.
All right, we'll do them one at a time. So we got a motion on the police department to accept the 5 step increases.
Second.
Got a second? Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Fire department, you're wanting to remove the
Remove the rehire and approve the 5-step increase.
Can I get a motion to approve the 5 step increases?
Motion.
Second.
Motion, second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Now we'll go back to the rehire. How do we want to handle it? Did you say you wanted to go in executive
We can go in
session?
executive session now, or we can wait till the conclusion of the meeting, whatever.
I think we take it now.
Let's
All
go.
right, so is that a motion to go in executive
Make a
session?
mo-
Can I have a
yes.
second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
You're gonna make me take 2 bathroom breaks.
Make a motion to come out of executive session, no action taken.
We have motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Now we're back to Police Department, rehire. Can I get a motion?
Motion to rehire for the police department.
Got a motion to rehire, second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Fire Department rehire. Can I get a
Mayor, I'd
motion?
like to make a motion that we table this item and any subsequent PERS retirees that wish to return to either the police or fire department until such time as we have a policy in place that governs the legislation that that was adopted in Jackson on July 1st. So until we have a policy in place governing this, I say we table that rehire because he's a PERS retiree.
All right, and then you have individuals that you want to put on that.
Second.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, do you have anybody you want to put on that committee to develop that policy?
I would like to have Mr. Alderman McCaffrey and Alderman Bond join me in reviewing the policies to see if we can come up with something.
All right, so we got that motion on the table. Got a second?
Second.
Second, any discussion? What? Oh,
Yeah, well, yes. You're going to include the department heads, correct?
Yes, yes.
all right, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. All right, do we have any, let's see, we got library retirement. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second, any discussion?
Discussion, just thanking them for their service
That was
for the city.
Tina's mom, right? Yeah. Yeah, she was a real good employee. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. City clerk? Nothing. Fire department?
Yes, sir, I have something I need to make y'all aware of. Found out today, Miss Emma and I did, we spoke to Stephen O'Mara from SMPD. You got it. And the fire truck loan or leasing, however it was put, that y'all voted on in the second meeting in July and approved, to go for the 4.79% 10-year loan term with Bank of the Ozark. Apparently, the guy that placed that offer to us was not authorized to do so.
Wow.
So what they've come back and counter-offered is do a 7-year term with a balloon note at the end if we wanted to stay with the same payment. Or, y'all know as well as I do, we can put it back out for bid. That is left up to y'all.
That's 7.49 for 7 years with the
7
balloon
years and
payment?
then a 3-year balloon payment at the end. Now, I thought about it for a little bit after he called me today. I don't know where the rebate money will be in 7 years. I don't know how much it may go up. There's no way to figure. So I don't know if that money would be there for a balloon payment. So it would still be on whoever's in y'all's play
Figure it out.
to either refinance it for 3 years or make a balloon payment.
Or you could refinance a balloon payment.
That's what I'm saying,
Okay,
refinance
yeah.
those last 3 years to turn it into a 10-year.
So there is no 10-year option with only a 7.
He was not allowed to do that, what he did. And I guess he probably didn't understand it.
If I'm trying to jog my memory, wasn't the 4.79 10-year a change from something they originally offered us the first time?
It was.
This is at least the third time that they have changed the terms on us, which is concerning
And
to
Mr.
me,
Simpson-
why they can't seem to.
Something I was gonna ask you.
Yeah.
Was we had a contract that was signed by the mayor on the 22nd of July.
I mean, they extended an offer which we accepted. I don't know why they just say now, we're not really gonna go in along with that. The guy didn't have authority. I don't think is this board's problem, quite frankly.
Shouldn't punish us for their
I would
mistake.
like the opportunity to have that conversation with Mr. O'Mara.
I agree with that, yeah.
I'll make the motion that Steve reach out to this company. and-
Second.
Any more discussion?
Then you just like, we changed our mind, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, I didn't feel good about it. Matter of fact, I dug the paperwork up that the mayor had signed, and it was on July 22nd. So I don't know if this binds as a legal contract or what. But, I was gonna
Let's find out.
All right, all in favor of letting, yes.
Well, to investigate
To
the
contact
contract.
South Mississippi Planning Development.
Stephen O'Mara and,
And get an explanation of the financing agreement problem.
All right, is that your motion?
Yes, sir.
Do I have a second?
yes, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed,
Oh, wait.
motion carries.
Pete, second,
Oh,
sorry.
Okay. All right, next one is
Clarification.
fire department. Police department. Are you done? What do you want? Go ahead.
He's not ready to go home yet.
All right, go ahead and talk. I'm getting dizzy. So
I
hurry up.
just wanted to give the guys an attaboy. They started, we do hydrants every year, flow tests and maintenance and all. This year, we are going to repaint from the CSX railroad track south this year. I had a guy donate a small trailer for use and a water container, and we've been able to borrow the six-wheeler from H2O. They've gone around and pressure washed the ones that we are going to paint. We're also in partners with H2O on this whole project. We are supplying the labor and they are supplying the paint. So we're going to move to the next area every year. We're doing area.
Awesome.
Excellent.
So I just wanted to give those guys a shout out and H2O also.
Thank you, Mike, for working with us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Are you done?
I am done now.
Sit down.
Thank you.
Police department.
Just real quick, two things. Compliment my patrol division on a successful start of the school year with the traffic. It was challenging with the change in the schools and times, and I think they did a really good job of working with Mr. Rutledge and the transportation at the school. So I just wanted to give them a shout out. And it was mentioned earlier about Night Out Against Crime. Just go ahead and put it on. It's a Friday this year. It's going to be October 16th. So appreciate all y'all coming down there that evening. And if you know of any community partners that may want to set a booth up, please contact us.
All right.
Thank you.
Is that it, Chief? Chief. All right. Engineering.
Notes.
First item that I've got is this code revision, suggested ordinance revisions to really maybe close the
Clean up
loophole
what
that we just
Motion.
perhaps identified.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Next item is corrective action letter number 4 from DEQ for our MICWE ARPA project number 425. They've sent this letter. They actually acknowledge that we've already taken the required corrective actions, but they're just asking us to acknowledge that these needed to be done.
And then I need authority to sign.
Motion.
Motion.
Motion
Second.
second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
The next one, and I should have passed this out already, but it's change order 2, I believe, for the all FEMA repairs. And really, this letter is very much the same as the one you've already got. It doesn't include the change order. I really just want to make sure we get this spread as the official letter that the city look at. The key change here, in my opinion, is that we're doing some language that Mima suggested, which is that these changes, the electrical revisions and the structural connections to our piers are a codes and standard upgrade, or a codes and standard requirement, and those will help in terms of MEMA and FEMA acceptance and reimbursement.
Motion.
Motion second.
Just
you
quick
asking-
discussion, this is no different than what was in our packet, right?
That's right. The only thing that's different is the letter I just gave, not the change order itself, just the letter, and it has some slightly different language about codes and standards. So that'll be what gets spread in the minutes. That was actually a request from MEMA, is spread it in your, put that kind of language in your minutes.
Got it. I just want.
Motion.
All in
Yes, ma'am.
favor?
Did I not give you
All
one?
opposed? Motion carries.
I will get you one, I'm sorry.
Emma, I got it for you.
Project closeout.
Yes, sir. Project closeout, this is Daughtery Apartments Pump Station. Project is completed. We're satisfied. We've been through a normal punch list process. Everything's ready to go.
So move.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next one is another project closeout.
Yep, Parkwood Pump Station, same as before.
So moved. Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Another closeout.
Latil Pump Station, same as before.
So move.
Second.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Another project closeout.
Pinecrest Circle area drainage improvements, that's right. Same as before, everything's completed.
So move.
Second.
Motion second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. David, y'all did an outstanding job of making sure these things are.
I was just about to say, he said they were gonna come in on time, all these stations.
We're not quite there yet, but
They're coming on in.
We're getting there. We're almost there.
All right, next one is asphalt patch and striping on
H.
sorry,
Project closeout.
Another closeout for
on Rosalie.
Rosalie Drive, that also, everything's
Motion.
good to go.
Second.
Motion second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Asphalt patch and striping on Klondike Road.
Yeah, this is that patched area that was cut on Klondike Road when I think we had a water main
A big
failure.
water main break.
It's ready to be repaired. We estimate 11,000 to repair that by our normal term bid asphalt contractor and probably another 10 to do striping. We're still waiting on that kind of better estimate from the county, but we think 10 is an upside. Probably won't be any more than that. So if y'all want to do that repair via our normal process, the way we've been doing these lately, that's
It's at the
our estimate.
intersection of,
Right there by Oil Plus.
Yeah, by the pole.
Get asked about that daily.
Yeah, have we thought about paving towards Pineville right there? That road hasn't been.
think it looked
While we're
bad.
paving the extra tonnage, might get the price. Paving towards the west.
We can
Behind Wine
include it. You're not gonna really gain any efficiencies in terms of the money.
Look, the same thing you did.
I was thinking maybe tying it in and just to
How do
look
you
at
feel?
it.
Is that,
Local liquor store and
Yes.
the little short, little round oak tree road?
Yeah.
Which-
Not horrible.
Pizza,
I mean,
pizza.
It's, just to
We
look at
can,
maybe. And,
we can bring that back at the next meeting.
yeah, just see if a bit of, it may go same, it may be the same because of the tonnage. Let's just-
Right.
That's what I was thinking,
It
tonnage-wise.
won't really affect, I mean, we're kind of working in the range of the medium bid price. And so, we won't get out of that for another 1,000 tons. So we're not going to get a better price per ton on this one. But if you want to go forward with Klondike, we could do that, or we could come back next time with a estimate for both Klondike and that little piece of old
Done
pass.
at the same time to possibly save money on tonnage.
It won't save any money.
All right, so then.
Then I would just approve it
Let's
as
just,
is, yeah.
all right,
Okay.
Motion to asphalt patch and striping Klondike Road. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
Second, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one is the Long Beach Harbor Electrical Platforms.
Yeah, I'll offer just a few comments. Andrew Corp led a pretty healthy charge, and the mayor too, with Voorhees. They've offered a pretty substantial credit and negotiated reduced offer. And I think Randall may have a letter which y'all have, and I think that estimate got down to a number that's a whole lot closer to our original budget. And I think Randall has some suggested, like, what's your next course of action stuff in his letter.
You want to talk to it, Randall? I do appreciate, Overstreet and the court was both in there negotiating good for the city, and I think it came out good for the city.
Yeah, so we met at the mayor's office on August 13th with representatives from J.E. Voorhees, about an hour-long conversation, several different things. The result was he offered us a $167,800 credit or deduct, however you want to say it, which is roughly 5.6% reduction. So the revised contract amount would be $2,830,895. It's our suggestion that you could recommend approval. Just for the time base it's going to be. It's also, you might want to make known that it is a unit price job, so you're only going to pay for what we install. Voorhees is also doing the all-FEMA repair. So with them doing both, there are going to be increased efficiencies and stuff we will not have to do, like termination boxes. They can just do a full run. We can't quantify that right now because we're not allowed to mess with any of the stuff inside the bid. But later on, once we identify, later on we can. But this is as much as we can do right now. So I kind of outlined my understanding of the procurement process and what needs to be done next officially. So we got to recognize the original bid at the original amount, acknowledge the negotiated deduction, obviously accept it, and award the contract, and then authorize us to proceed with the execution of the contract. Mr. Steve can correct me if I misspoke on any of this. But that's our suggestion. Otherwise, you could lose anywhere from 2 to 3 months, and we really need to get this project started no later than October so that we can have the harbor back operational for next boating season, summer.
All right, so we got a motion to accept the recommended
reduction.
company. Voorhees.
And move forward with signing the contract?
Yes. And give me the authority to sign, authority to sign. We got a motion?
Second.
Second. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Public Works.
Yes, I just
Thank
need
you,
to-
Randall.
Thanks, Randall.
Thanks, Randall.
I just need to ask the board's permission to advertise for our next annual bids. It's come for that time, so I need to advertise for those.
So move.
Can you just reiterate which ones we bid out? I know it's asphalt.
Asphalt, chlorine, water parts, sewer parts, polyethylene pipe, concrete. I believe that's all of them.
Can I have
Just
a
wanted to make
motion
sure you
allow
knew.
them to bid? Motion?
Second.
Second, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Recreation.
Just two things, the trees that Alderman Gooey and y'all approved to be trimmed were done so today. The dead is that cut out of them, if you want to go look. And the new guardrails are up and look really good at Campbell.
Awesome. Thank
Yeah. Where's the guardrails at?
All over the pavilions.
Around the, okay, yeah, all right.
Handrails,
It does look good.
it does.
Thank you.
Austin did a good job with that.
Building office.
We have nothing to say.
It's a good thing. Harbor. All right. And I tell you, just a quick update. Last night at 3 o'clock, they started putting the cement in the southern quay. So what they're doing is as you come in from the west, on the west side of Southern Quay, once they do it, they're done. So they're moving their way east. And y'all need to get in there and take a look at it. It looks pretty good.
I'm not going at 3 a.m.
Not at 3 a.m.
I'll
like I
wake you
was
up.
last night.
No, you won't.
All right. Courtney, Community Affairs.
I just wanted to note that with all the personnel, we've had a lot of people who are retiring or leaving. So we have a lot of positions that are open and those close on Monday. So you only have that short window. So if y'all know of anybody that would like to apply for those positions, or if you'll share the city's Facebook post, we'll get some applicants. We've had a lot of people call, a lot of people come and get applications, but the more the merrier.
I have a question. What about job descriptions, Courtney? Are they listed?
They are not on the website. I only post what I'm given, but you can ask for them if they want to come up and ask for it.
And they can apply online as well, can't they?
Correct, and then just turn it in person.
Someone needs the job description and come down and ask for it.
And you can call and ask for the pay, because I think.
Can
we've had
we
people-
post that out there if you need a job description? Is that okay to post that?
I would have to ask civil service, because I don't know.
Okay.
But I can ask. It doesn't hurt to
I
ask.
think he's saying that they can call and come and get a job description.
Yeah, he's asking if I can post it online.
The actual job description.
Yeah.
He's asking if he can post it online.
No, not,
He's asking if I can, like the city.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if, you know, when someone looks at a job, they need to know what the job entails. What is this job? And I would think they would want to look at that prior to filling an application out because they may not be qualified for the job. I mean,
Look into that.
okay, all right.
All right, any derelict properties? You, a report from city attorney.
Believe it or not, we need a short executive session to discuss West Wall lease.
All right.
I'll make that motion.
Executive session in a second. All in favor?
Aye. You want to let them go?
Hey, y'all can leave. To have a motion to adjourn.
Motion. So moved.
Now you can go, Patrick.
Hey,
All in favor?
real quick, I did, guys, I wanted to make